All right, good morning and welcome to day 7. They are going really well. This one's got its third set of leaves coming in here. And you can see now this leaf has got 1, 2, 3 fingers. So it is nearly to seedling stage. I'd say a few more days. This one's finally getting a little growth. This one's just really ginormous. It's like a quarter of the way across the pot. And this one as well, you can see they're all getting their little fingers in. And even dark matter has started to grow a little bit. Look at it go. So you may be wondering what this white powder is in here. Yesterday, I wanted to give them their last little bit of feeding. I just took some plain pH'd water to 6.5. This is just tap water that I let set out for at least 24 hours with the cap off so that the chlorine would dissipate out of it. And then I pH'd it with some pH down to get it to 6.5. And I took 1 cup for each plant. And I just went around. I didn't get any on the leaves. I just went around the plant, not getting any on the stem, just to give it one last moisture on top. From now on, all I'm going to do is bottom feed, which I'm actually going to do tomorrow, even though they don't need it. To get them on their feeding schedule, I'll do a bottom feed. So I guess I will do one more video tomorrow or the day after, whenever I bottom feed them. And then I've got this product because of the fungus gnats, insect and pest control. It's peppermint powder, diatomaceous earth. I'm sure I butchered that. It's natural and safe. I used it on my other plants, but because they're so little, I've only put a little bit on. What this powder does, it basically, fungus gnats will lay their eggs down in the soil, and when they hatch, they'll crawl up through, and next thing you know, your tent will be full of fungus gnats. And they come in the soil. They were, already in there, or maybe one flew in and was attracted by the lights. So this powder, you really need to wear a mask if you use it. You don't want to breathe it in. You should also turn off your fan. I did not do that. That's why I've got some here, and you could see some specks on my plant. I actually didn't, there's not nearly enough in there. This should cover the whole thing, but I didn't want to put a ton in yet because they're still so small, and that makes me nervous, even though it says it's safe. Well, I've ordered a couple more bags of this, and I will actually make it so that all you can see is white on the top. Also, by bottom feeding, you won't get the fungus gnats because the top of your soil will stay dry. I'm just waiting, and I was waiting till they were at least a week old before I did just bottom feeding. And on this one, it's still just so tiny. Dark matter is really coming along. It's still so tiny. I didn't want to put any of the powder in there. So I've got to get a couple more of those to lay down in there. And you can see it's caught a couple little gnats. Not many. I see one flying around here because I know when they covered all of these, they all went into that pot. They don't like peppermint. You can also put peppermint smell essential oils in your tent as well to try to deter bugs. Indoor growers, you don't usually have a big problem with bugs, but if there's a single fungus gnat and it gets in your house, it will be drawn to these lights every time you open the tent up. So I'm going to throw a couple more stickies down inside of here, and then in a couple days when that gets bigger, I'll put more of this in, and then I will get, for these bigger ones, I'll fully cover the top, and that's going to prevent any fungus gnats. Again, if you're not seeing any flies flying around, don't worry about it. Have your sticky things in there. If you're not catching any flies, then you don't need that. I don't put anything in my plants that I don't need. And that's it. I will be bottom feeding these guys in another day or two, and when I do, I will do a video. But other than that, we are going to go to twice a week videos instead of daily. But they are getting huge. This one especially. I love that way the third set of leaves are just sticking straight up. So anyhow, happy growing, everyone.